57 million liters of floodwater, more than 300,000 sandbags, countless volunteer and emergency crew hours. Those are just some of the numbers starting to flow from the Marsh Lake area. The statistics don't even take into account the flood fighting efforts in the communities of Tagish and Carcross. And despite the incredible amount of water, human spirit has been the victor so far.
Every property that wants to be saved has been saved. We do have some residents who just simply did not want to save their properties. Each and every person who has wanted their property to be saved, we have saved them.
Now, it looks like Mother Nature is ready to give flood-weary people in the area a break. Recent forecasts show Marsh Lake has reached its predicted water level peak, 657.20 meters above sea level to be exact. Barring any heavy rain, that level is not expected to rise much more. In some cases, the water is even starting to go down. This time last week, Norm and Florence Wright would not have been able to walk like this in their backyard, let alone live in their house. Now they're back in their Army Beach home and are able to walk around and survey any damage to their property. So far, that damage seems to be limited to the backyard. The Wrights credit the enormous sandbagging effort that took place in their neighborhood.
The Army Beach wall is holding up good. Sandbags all the way from, well, there's a wall all the way down now. They were down the other day and checked ours out and said it was pretty good.
The road that runs behind the Wrights' house was under a meter of water. Now, thanks to some large industrial pumps that were brought up from Vancouver, the road is relatively dry and passable. Crews are now focusing much of their efforts on prevention rather than reaction. They believe that with the huge sandbag and concrete walls that have been built, along with the imported pumps, they can keep the water at bay, even if there is significant waves on the lake.
We will continue to assess and evaluate each and every property on a daily basis in order to ensure that proper protection is in place. We do have the infrastructure in play right now in order to deal with any potential problems that may exist, and this infrastructure will not leave until we know that this incident is indeed past.
Despite all the progress, there is still an enormous amount of work to be done. Many homeowners are still trying to get water off their property. Then there will be the cleanup that will have to take place when the lakes finally return to normal levels. That could take at least another month. However, considering the success that crews have achieved in saving homes, that work may now feel a little less strenuous. Al Foster, CBC News, Marsh Lake, Yukon.